to turn out the lights? Is there something you're scared of? What's there out in the dark? Make sure to keep all your windows locked. Do you surrender? You try to stay awake. These walls you can't escape. Here's one for the lonely hearts, for the ones that fear the dark. You better run out of here. Bet you can't look the other way. Here's one for the broken road. That's the only one you know. You better run out, truth or dare. Get me out, take me anywhere but here.
All right, welcome everyone. Well, fuck's sake, how is one of the images not like there we go. For a second there, it was like, no, it's Chase Rockhart time, but we're back to Poe. That's good. That's good.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It wouldn't be the first time. I'm gonna just check a setting on that, because I fear that I know what has happened there. I think that I can fix that. So that's really easy and really quick. Welcome in everyone. This is UPLIFT. It is a game of High Magic Lowlives, which is an RPG you might not have heard about. It is an independent RPG about scoundrels stealing from from Jeff Bezos, basically, magical Jeff Bezos, and we're slightly altering it a little, and you'll see as we go along. So let's introduce everyone, and let's just start with who you are and who you are playing. So I'm going to start with the top left of my screen. Goggles, who are you playing?
Hi, I'm playing Sapphire Cantrell. Hell
yeah.
Harvard dropout.
A Harvard dropout, exactly. Then over next to Sapphire, we have Al. Al, who are you playing?
I will be playing Poe Radcliffe, curatorial librarian.
Fantastic. And then directly above me, we have Kara. I keep almost saying character names right now. Kara, who are you playing?
I am playing Karen Bola Jones, a urban explorer.
And then on the far left over there, we have Enfys.
And I am playing Agawad Spider Jones, sister to Carambola Jones.
And last and absolutely not least, actually that would be me. Middle and absolutely not mid. We have Bree. Bree, who are you playing?
I'm Autumn Bronstead Lurie. My friends call me Hair.
And how many friends do you have? This sounds like a burn, but there's a story reason for this question.
I mean, the guards are nice. They call me Subject Text.
And last and certainly least, we have me sitting in the spot of literally everyone that they will encounter, and mostly we'll be trying to put bullets in them. So you all visited the UPLIFT Festival. It was a wonderful hedonistic weekend of extremely loud music, strange people talking about their lives while wearing SpongeBob onesies, bucket hats, a lot of very weird dancing, art sculptures, and things like that. Importantly, your characters all have leading questions I need you to answer, with the exception of Autumn. We will skip you, and you know why. You know what you've done. And we're going to fill those in now with some events that happened at UPLIFT. So I'm going to pick you all at random to do one of these, so that I'm not picking on Goggles immediately every time. So the first one will be Poe. Poe, give us a leading question, please.
One of my fellow lowlives borrowed a book for me that I need back. What's the book, and why haven't they brought it back?
Yeah, so this happened at UPLIFT Festival. What do you reckon happened here?
I'm thinking it's one of my many books describing the dark arts and all things satanic.
Wonderful. So you've got like like one of the books by Crowley or something like. Oh, hopefully not by Crowley, yeah. But of that sort of vibe that you've got going on. You have to read
it backwards.
You have to read it backwards. Who do you reckon was interested in a book like this? And everyone else can chime in if they'd be interested, except you, Autumn. You know what you've done.
I'm probably going to have a link. I think it's with, is it Angard, the drug dealer?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be my dealer, I think, is one of the leading questions. And I think they'll have borrowed it to see what they could, if they could contact the dead or something.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. This could also play into like my relationship goals, because that's listed as seeking Eldritch Goth for ritual partnership.
Oh, there you go.
Well, there we go.
I've got the ritual part down.
Okay,
Wow.
that's fantastic. Okay, yeah. Let's go for another person chosen at random. We'll get another one of these little stories that happened during UPLIFT. This time we're going for Bola Jones.
Yeah, so someone I'm thinking is going to be Angara Jones, my lovely sister, thinks they're better cook than I am. Autumn just picked the wrong
fixing
image.
it.
Okay, got it. But yeah, no, we were having a little cooking competition, and I think she drugged it to impress the audience. That's why I'm going to say that she thinks she won. But we all know it was cheating.
I like that a lot.
That's awesome.
I like that a lot. That's really good. So we're starting to get these links together, and you're getting an idea of the kind of debauchery you all got up with. You got up to it at UPLIFT, primarily reading. Next one is going to be Spider.
A fellow lowlife is trying to get me to try a new drug. What is said drug, and why am I hesitant?
Yeah.
Who's trying to get me into a drug I haven't done before, even?
Is it just like
Honestly,
medicine?
Look,
Like,
I'm
no,
telling
I
you to
don't
change your
trust-
meds.
I don't trust that stuff. The government makes it. Only the natural stuff for me.
Spiders, you gotta take your meds.
If I can't grow or mix or cook it myself, it's got to be either Paul or Sapphire, right?
Yeah, and it would just be something I picked up from somewhere. Should I give this a try?
What are Harvard dropout drugs? Is it Coke?
Coke. It's Coke.
But no, Spider would be fine with that. Surely it's not Coke. It's like Adderall or something.
Coke cut with Adderall.
What if I know who you've got it from and I don't trust that person?
Ooh, that's
Ooh,
cool.
yeah,
That's a
yeah,
nice
yeah,
angle
yeah.
on it. God, my hair's far too long. It's just getting in my eyes. Get out of the way. No, it's not happening. It's just getting in the way. Right. I like that angle. And we don't need to define who that is yet. That might come up later. Okay. Sapphire, what about you?
Ooh, I owe somebody a fellow lowlife a lot of money. Why are they being chill about it? This could quite easily be Spider, but if anyone else has got an idea.
I mean, for the being chill about it, my second leading question could go into it. I don't know. Well, it's something that happened at the festival, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like someone's been like spotting you for drinks or something like that, and you're like, it's fine, pay me back by the end of it or something like that, and it's like, I don't know, a drink here is $20 each.
Oh God.
I've had
Pain.
6 now. That's $120.
That's a level up.
It is. Well, it's 1 XP point. $300 is a level up.
Sort of level up in drinks. Jesus, that would be quite painful.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anyone's, I think Spider, but if anyone's got a better idea for who I owe a shitload of money to.
I mean, owing money to a drug dealer is a classic.
Oh yeah,
It is.
It is a classic, yeah.
we'll go
Okay, we'll go
then.
with that. I think that sounds great. All right, we've each got one left. So the next one is going to be Poe again. We're just going in order. It's fine.
Let's see, what have we got? I introduced a fellow lowlife to my favorite young adult novels. What was their perspective? Have they offered? I was like, what theme or perspective have they offered that you'd never considered before?
Okay, so first of all, what is your favorite young adult novel?
Do you know what? Like, I'm going to go the absolute classic. No, don't be
No?
silly. It's got to be it's Booker novels with an S. I was thinking it was either going to be like Interview with a Vampire,
Oh yeah.
or Lord of the Rings, which is kind of a combination of 6 novels, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so someone's
Oh,
offered a
I have-
new perspective on that.
Yeah, I have actually read Lord of the Rings. I haven't read Interview with the Vampire, which could make it interesting. Anyway, who wants in? Who likes Lord of the Rings? Or hates it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Lord of the Rings, but I wouldn't say I hate it yet. You could change that.
Yeah, we could change that.
Okay, so Carambola's offering a new perspective on the Lord of the Rings at
It
Uplift
sucks.
Festival,
Yeah.
presumably fueled by Spider's drugs. At this point. Okay, yeah, you're all like sat in front of a fire just talking about anything at this point as the night goes on. And yeah, so what sort of perspective do you reckon you'd have, Carambola, when it comes to the Lord of the Rings?
I think maybe we should really listen and hear out what I can't think of the villain's name.
Sauron?
What
Sauron.
Sauron has to say. Yeah, like maybe he wasn't so bad after
No
all.
one tried diplomacy. No one tried diplomacy. Like, what the hell? Great point. Great point.
And for that reason, the whole series sucks.
Yeah.
Sauron was
Yeah.
misunderstood.
When you think about it, the Lord of the Rings is a bit fascist, It's just a requirement on attacking each other. Okay, that's fantastic.
Fun fact about Lord of the Rings, since we're talking about it. J.R.R. Tolkien specifically tried to keep analogies out of it, so it's not actually specifically not about Nazis. Teaching these people at the fire.
Yeah, he's
Sorry.
he's done it. He's finally made the politically neutral fiction everyone wants. There's absolutely no politics in the Lord of the
None.
Rings.
Nope.
Is it bad that after like all of 10 seconds of thought, I could spin that into a semi-coherent argument?
Pain.
You see?
Yeah.
It works. It's easy to do and indeed fun, and that's why we're all online. Okay, the next person. It is back to you, Sapphire.
Okay. A fellow lowlife still sees value in my academic past. What will they write about?
So this
This
is
is very
Poe, right?
coded.
Harvard
Yeah.
Business School as well. Bear in mind,
Yeah. There's what merit is in Harvard Business School, really?
Yeah, we have to find some somewhere. All academia has some merit. It's how you use it. It's knowledge in and of itself isn't morally coded. It's how you use it.
Poe has read a copy of the book What They Don't Teach You at Harvard Business School and has realized that the only remaining knowledge must be what Sapphire has.
And it was lost in a haze.
Yeah. Okay, that is great. Then we go to Spider.
Oh, yep, I was not prepared. My second question. One of my fellow lowlives is sick. How have I been able to keep their strange symptoms at bay?
Someone's unwell.
Yeah.
So who wants to be ill?
I mean, I've got the best constitution, so I was thinking like it suits a goth to be like taken with the consumption, but it could be like a what do they call it, a psychosomatic one?
Someone's overdosed on Disco Jim's Adderall and Coke.
But like, I'll leave that open to other people. That was just my thoughts on it. And given that I have a Constitution 2, that's why I can take the crazy drugs that you're pumping into me that I think is making me better.
Yeah, I mean, I like that, but how's everyone else feeling?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Sounds great.
Okay, we'll go for
Excellent.
that.
Okay.
Last
Yeah.
Well-
one then is going to be Bola.
Yeah, so at some point during Uplift Festival, I got the munchies, so I wandered into an after-hours closed Quick Trip. and I got stuck in there. Like one of the shells kind of fell over and trapped me for a bit. And I think Sapphire heard the noise and came over and rescued me.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Nice, excellent. So we've built up this lovely little pastiche of events that happen at UPLIFT, and that's basically all you can remember, because a lot of things have been consumed in the interim, and yeah, it's really hard to remember everything that happened that weekend. But what you do know now is you wake up with a splitting headache, and it is really bad. It's one of the worst headaches you've ever had. Terrible hangover, obviously. There's an awful noise. Just a really awful klaxon sounding noise. And there's red lights spinning around. You're wondering like which party you've passed out in. Like maybe you're in the rave tent or something. Red lights spinning around and this awful noise. You're all in, as your vision slowly returns, a dark and dingy cell. And you're all in the same cell. And there are the sounds of klaxons, and there's people running and shouting.
Before I've got my bearings, the first thing I say out loud is, "Oh, I hate waking up in a bad trip."
What in the 9 circles of hell?
Bola is carefully counting and realizing there's one more person here than she doesn't recognize.
There is not one.
Wait a
more person
minute.
at the moment.
There's not one more? Okay, it's just the four of us. Okay.
Just the 4 of you at the moment. Also,
Gotcha.
big worry, everyone. You don't have your phones.
Dun dun.
Oh,
Yeah. Sit up, do the pat down, but like, where's? Oh, what's going? What time?
Shit. What time is it?
Time.
have
I don't have the time.
Madness.
Well, fuck if I know.
Where the fuck did that go?
Spider, you've just realized that putting all of your contacts in your phone under the name of what drugs they like to buy from you was maybe not a good idea.
Well, I guess they know my name.
Maybe mine.
Well then, we better get that back.
I didn't know they had a place like this in UPLIFT. This is tyranny, I say. Tyranny.
I
Being painful
kind of
is
like
what it
it.
is.
while they're all discussing this is, and I've got my bearings, and I figured out that I'm in some kind of a cell. Like, we got caught doing something. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm going to go to the door and bang on it repeatedly, loudly, like, "Oi!
Ow!
What's going on here?"
Jesus.
That doesn't make a good combo with the klaxon, Spider.
Okay,
It's
please
like torture to my ears.
choose an
Give me
attribute
more.
that you
Choose
would
an
like to
attribute?
roll. Yeah.
Ooh, attribute.
Yeah. I will say your risks.
Sounds like strength.
It's risky. It's a risky move. So there potentially are consequences, but they're not too bad. Your effect will be great. It'll have a good effect.
I mean, is could I argue Constitution?
You certainly can. It's going to lower the effect.
I'm just gonna go strength. Fuck it.
Okay.
Right, what am I rolling?
Trying to make a really loud noise. So you roll 2d6 and add your strength to it.
2d6.
Yeah.
9.
9 is a success with consequence. So you hear footsteps, and the footsteps themselves stop for a second, and then you can hear them approaching. So they were like going past, and then someone stopped when they heard you banging on the door. And then, someone approaches, opens the door, and you see there Autumn.
I see who?
You see Autumn.
Autumn.
Yeah,
Oh,
you've
Autumn.
never met Autumn before, but there in front of you is Autumn. Bree, please describe your character.
Okay, so Autumn is she's got sort of short hair, which she's sort of slicked back. Her clothes are sort of they're not quite prison-ish. Like she's not. Well, she's sort of a prisoner, but not necessarily. But she's sort of more casually dressed than just like a jumpsuit. So it's like jeans and a t-shirt. She's sort of customized them as best she can with some rips and tears.
You've been here long enough that they really don't. They're not going to be like, oh, you've got to be dressed perfectly, like a fresh arrival would.
Yep, and she looks absolutely thrilled to be here somehow. Or she looks thrilled when she walks in the room anyway.
Yeah, so you walk in and there's 4 of them. They look extremely hungover. These are the first people outside of military uniforms that you've seen in some time. And now, as your consequence, Spider, I'm creating a risk die. It's a D6. When that expires, the government captures you.
Uh-oh.
Autumn, you are able to open the door if you would like.
Oh, hey, nice to meet you. My name's Awesome Bronstead Lowry. My friends call me Hair, though. What are you in for? And she's going to open the door.
Hello.
What are we here for?
All I say is, you don't look or sound like a cop.
No, I'm an inmate. Well, not an inmate. Test subject. I'm Subject X. And she just sort of does jazz hands as if she's trying to be mysterious.
Rest of you have now just heard 2 nicknames. And both of them, I gotta stress, are pretty lame. How do you react to this?
Judge, but do you know the way out of here?
Do I know the way out of here, GM?
Nope.
No.
You've never been allowed out.
I mean, if I knew the way out of here, I wouldn't be here, would I?
The sirens are going constantly, by the way. And now enough time has passed, I'm going to roll the countdown die and we'll see if it degrades. That's a 1. It is now a D4. They are setting up a dragnet and they are closing in on you. What are you going to do?
We might want to leave. Do I know what the sirens are for?
They're for you.
Oh, yeah.
You've managed to get out of your cell and they are not happy.
Yeah, those are kind of my fault. Do you want to leave with me? We can all find the way out.
Nothing would make me happier. Let us leave this place.
The silence stop splitting my head open.
If I can get, I want my shit burnt.
Quadrupled.
Kara, do you have any medications that might help?
Medications.
Kara, my fault. Or Kara and Bola, my apologies.
GM, remind me, I don't have anything on me right now, do I?
You got nothing.
None of us do. Yeah.
None of you have got anything.
We should find our items.
Yeah, these are
phones, if
established
nothing else.
gained.
Definitely
I
not.
really like
drugs.
the snacks I swiped off the nerds. They were good snacks.
Yeah, they might have them somewhere.
Snacks would
Autumn, you know that
I'm hungry.
confiscated items do tend to be stored indefinitely. They like to study those as well, just in case they are tainted by your abilities. You don't know that they necessarily have abilities, but you certainly do. And so you know all your items were independently tested. So there is a room in this facility, and you know roughly where that is, where the items are stored.
Okay, I know sort of where they are, but basically, when they bring you in here, they just want to study your items, just knowing in case whatever you've got going sort of rubs up on them, or if it rubbed off on you, that sort of thing.
What?
I knew this day was coming. My Lord Satan has always spoke of it.
What?
Right, this is fuck you, and I point at
You know
Autumn.
Satan?
I've been practicing ritual magic my entire life.
I point at Autumn and I say, "You take us to our shit now. Come on!" And I sort of firmly grab her shoulder and like push.
Okay. Does this mean we're friends?
Yes.
You can be my friend as soon as you get me back my phone. Ow.
Okay, cool.
My head.
Let's go get your phone then.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
You head off. You are able to navigate to this room. You know the rough layout of the base. They do let you come and go sometimes admittedly with a guard watching you at all times, but they do sort of let you out to stretch your legs and that sort of thing. You've never been outside of the facility, you've not seen the outside, but you know there is like there's a gymnasium that they take you to so you can exercise and things like that, and you are able to take everyone to it's a lockup room, and you can see in this room, which has been abandoned, there's normally a guard here, but clearly they're all searching for you and they haven't found you yet. There's a ton of lockers here, but all of them are locked, and you don't know which one's got your stuff in. What would you all like to do?
Are there any
Hey.
keys around?
Wow.
I don't know. I'd like to look and see if there's anything that can help us get into the lockers.
Sure, what attribute would you like to use?
Wisdom, I guess, probably.
That sounds
Read the rune
great.
says.
Roll plus wisdom.
That'll be a 7.
A 7 is a success with a consequence. So you find a set of keys up on a little hook. There's a load of keys. You're sort of just going to have to try the doors at random. You know they're not like particularly labeled with who has what, but you have got the keys now, and you are able to sort of start opening them at random.
While
And the consequence?
while we're
Or
trying
is that just so we don't know which is which?
You don't know which is which. Yeah.
Okay.
while we're trying to do that, can I have a look around to see if there's like a manifest or some sort of like log of where things have been locked up?
Yeah, that sounds great. So what would you like to roll for that?
I'd be either intelligence or wisdom. Probably wisdom.
Sure, that's great. You can roll plus wisdom.
All right.
You're in relatively safe at the moment. Like, they are all searching for you. You have got that D4 die there. That is a potential consequence that I'll roll it again.
That's a
Relatively
9.
safe. A 9. That is a success with a consequence.
All right.
So you are able to find this book, and you are able to very quickly find your items. Congratulations, everyone. You now have your inventory. Autumn, you just open a couple of random boxes. And while you're at it, and you gain your inventory. Very quickly, we'll go from top left to bottom right. Can you all please give me what is in your inventory? What have you just found in these boxes alongside your phones? We'll start with Sapphire.
Okay, so I have a set of polyhedral dice, monster folios, and corn chips,
Yep.
some antihistamines, a small collage of Keanu Reeves' Do It For Him,
Yep.
a fur coat, and a frying pan.
Perfect.
Amazing.
Poe, what have you got?
I did quite well. I have an old Fuji's book of poems called Of Softly Killing Words. I have a beanie knit by my eldest gran.
Lovely.
I've got a key to a train station locker numbered 69420 law. A disposable phone battery because you never can tell when you need it. A pair of scissors for no real reason. A beard trimmer, even though I don't have a beard. Of course, I have goth makeup. I mean, come on. And who wouldn't leave the house without a packed lunch and a set of keys that were never where you left them last time?
Yeah, that's perfect. Bola, what about you?
I've got some of those stickers that make zits go away, except I got them from Wish, and they don't actually even do that really, but they stick to stuff sometimes. They're kind of round. I claim they're shaped like blueberries, but they're actually just circles. I got a big old hammer, some questionable liquor that might just be stale fruit juice, a box of cigars, a frying pan that has a vague smell of plantains to it, a fur coat, and a sword pommel I got from a pawn shop. The guy said it belonged to a legendary sword that could cut the gods. He probably was making it up.
Perfect. Spider, what about you?
Anti-hexing cream. Although how it got to be anti-hexing, I'll never know. Scissors, a hair trimmer, a makeup, sandwich fixings, because you gotta have your sandwich fixings. You never know when you get the opportunity to use them. Stickers to make zits go away. Presumably exactly the same ones as Bola. Frying
It may
pan.
well be.
And this one was also a gift from Bola. Weed, but it smells like oregano. This is because it's oregano.
And by the way, just so everyone knows, those of you who have food, those are, consumables. You can eat those to heal. So bear that in mind. You can use those to heal. And finally, Autumn, what have you looted from random lockers?
Okay, so what I've got is a switchblade with clear science fiction BS, but it won't activate, so who knows?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a straight up a revolver.
Ooh, holy crap.
A fur coat, a jar of moonshine, a big old hammer, dubious liqueur, and a box of cigars. Oh, hey,
Well done,
anyone want a
Living
cigar?
my life.
Yeah, and GM, can I just sort of drop the box of cigars and have one cigar just pop out next to everyone?
Yep. Okay. Yes. So
well.
you are using your magic power, which is this power over portals, to position the cigars near everyone. Like, yeah, absolutely. You can do that. How does everyone else react to this?
What?
I
Nice.
pick it up and I say, I don't have a lighter.
I'm not awake enough for this.
Yeah,
I mean, at this point,
you
I
may
am
still be high.
assuming I'm still some kind of
Yeah. You may just still be high. It's quite
Oh, yeah.
possible.
So, yeah, I asked you earlier. What are you in for?
I see you also practice the dark arts. I assume that's what we're in for.
This is the first successful
We
spell
are
Poe
not.
has ever seen. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't think they're the dark arts. It's just like something about space and time and space. And did I ever tell you how I got my nickname?
You hadn't gotten around to that, no.
You've told us about 3 sentences so far.
We met you.
I'm afraid, everyone,
5
I've
minutes
rolled
ago.
a 2 on your risk
Oh,
die.
shit.
The risk die is
Fuck.
removed. The government are here. Streaming into the room behind you, you can hear the footsteps approaching. They're not quite in the room actually, but they are approaching from outside in the hallway. You can hear a group of people.
Is there
The
another
army
exit?
is arriving. There is one exit, but if you're quick, you can probably beast it out of there.
That sounds like a wise idea.
I
Yep.
suggest it's time we leave this unfaithful place.
Yep. Pigs are
Yes.
here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Howard's gone like
I'm out.
well practiced at this.
Yep. You will beast
out.
it out.
I hate
I
it
would
when
like
she
a
does that.
roll. Well, no, I don't need a roll yet. So you will beast it out as you hear shouts behind you from the army of "There she is! Get her!" And it becomes very clear they don't really care about any of you except Autumn. But yeah, you run and you run fast. All right. What are you doing? Give me an action that you would like to do in order to stay ahead of these rapidly approaching army dudes. They are all army dudes. Like, they're all like real like US military complex motherfuckers chasing you down. You can hear they are cocking and recocking their rifles repeatedly, and it sounds like ball bearings being dropped down metal staircases behind you as it approaches.
As we run away, are there like things we could like throw down, like little metal racks of shelving with cardboard boxes in it that we could throw on their way?
Oh,
Yeah, I was thinking
absolutely.
the same
What would you
thing.
like to roll for that?
I mean, I'm going strength. I think strength. Or dex.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do either one you want.
No, it's all the same. They're both a 1.
The risk is that you fall over while doing this. I will say that right now.
Let me roll some dice and see what we get. That's 11.
That's 11. 11 is a success without any consequences.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're
Hell yeah.
barreling down. You knock over some boxes on the way, and they clatter on the floor. You hear a couple of guards fall straight on their face. I am going to remove one of their hit dice.
Yes.
I am not going to put it in the morale pool because I do not think they're demoralized by this. They're just simply slowed down. But yeah, I'm removing one of their hit dice. So they will be easier should you have to fight them. You may not have to, but should you? Yeah, you're running along. What's everyone else doing?
And I like taunt them and be like, look, that guy tripped and fell. Bet we'll all do that.
You're like trying to throw them off their game. That's
Yeah.
great. What would you like to roll?
I guess that's probably intelligence or wisdom. I don't really know.
Normally this sort of thing is charisma, but if you want to do...
Charisma. Yeah, charisma. Duh. Yeah, we'll go charisma. That totally makes sense. My brain did not think
It's
of
all
that.
good. Yes, a roll with charisma. I would say you're in a
That'll
pretty
be a
safe
5.
position here. A 5. Okay. A 5 is a failure with a consequence. So what you've done there is you've not slowed them down at all. You've actually angered them, and they are speeding up. They are getting closer to you. To represent how close they are to you, we're going to use a little risk die. So they're at a d6, and I'm going to roll it now. 1. It's now a d4. I keep rolling. My rolling low is now going to be the death of all of you. This is the system
Incredible.
for me. This is the system for me. Reminder: if I roll a 1 or a 2, it degrades. So you now have a 50-50 chance next time of them running right up to you and starting to attack you. Sorry, Spider, go for it.
Have a thought.
Yeah.
I would like to stop and just be like, this is the weirdest. Can't even call it a bad trip. This is just weird and absurd. And I'm gonna put my palms to the sides of my temples and just press really hard, take a slow deep breath, and just focus with my eyes squeezed shut. And you know when you close your eyes really tight, your vision goes all weird. You get colors and patterns and things. And on top of that, our Spider's got this massive headache going on. The hangover of all hangovers. The klaxon's still blaring. And what I want to do is, in character, this will be accidental, but send this out in like a wave to affect others with the same sort of sensory overload. Like somebody's taken LSD, ecstasy, and mushrooms all at once, and now everything's just suddenly too much.
That is awesome. Yeah, this is it. This is your first spell casting. Your magical domain is narcomancy, the magic of drugs, and yeah, you are giving almost like stunning everyone that's chasing after you. I like this. I like this. Okay, you're gonna have to roll plus intelligence.
Yep.
For this.
1d6 because that's my magic die.
It'll be 2d6. We'll roll the magic die later if we need an effect.
Okay.
I will say beforehand, position and effect, you're trying to do a lot. The consequences could be severe because magic has unlimited consequences and unlimited potential.
Excellent. Roll high.
Roll high, basically. Yeah.
11.
11. Okay, 11 is a success with no consequences. So mark down you've used one mana, 1 MP. And yeah, you focus and you sort of create this sort of kaleidoscopic light show in everyone else's minds, and they're all dazed and confused and they stumble. And with that, I'm going to say you are able to get away. They're all stumbling around. They can't see for a second. They're screaming at each other to go and get reinforcements, get back up. You're all able to duck into a room and hide for a second and catch your breath. Well done. The sirens are still going. They will still continue to look for you. I'm creating a new risk die, and it's a D8. That's a D12.
Oh,
it's
that's
a
what you're in
D8.
for.
With a moment to breathe, I say, what the fuck is going on?
Yo, what the hell? You you couldn't do that earlier, as far as I'm
I can
aware.
do what?
Whatever that was. Like, if anyone was going to start
Was that
screaming
you?
like that in your presence, it was because you gave them something really weird and didn't know what it was.
If there ever was a place for this to happen, the Uplift Festival is definitely it.
I don't... Look, I'm going to say
We have
only one
all
thing about where the
been
fuck we are, and just that if this is Uplift security, it is fucking ridiculous to imprison us all for me robbing some nerds of their goddamn chips.
It
What's
is
that, Blake?
unexpectedly harsh.
I try scrolling through my phone. I want to see if I can.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You have
Turn
no
on
signal.
GPS. Oh.
Autumn probably hasn't seen her phone for a very long time. What does it actually look like?
You got like a Nokia 3310 or something?
I was thinking exactly that as soon as you said it.
Yeah, it's probably a smartphone at least.
Yeah, you've got like a really early model smartphone. Like you've got an iPhone 1, or something like that. You know, like one of the early model phones, and that means actually it's quite small. It's smaller than
it's a Nokia Engage.
Nokia Engage, yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yes. You've got a Nokia Engage, so you've got all the standard features that phones have available. Yeah, none of you have signal, which is a real issue. However, looking around in this room, you appear to have dipped into a communications hub of some kind.
Would Autumn know anything about this place, or is this one of the areas she's never seen?
This is one of the areas you've never seen. So this is like blue screens all over the walls, a load of chairs that people are normally monitoring. There's no one in here at the moment because they're all out looking for you. But yeah, there's a glass case in the corner.
Is there somewhere that is a different direction to where we are now?
Yes.
And what Poe wants to do is get on the phone to whoever and say they've been spotted in a place far away from where we are. Does that make sense?
I see. I was like, yes. Euclidean space exists. I was like really trying to work out what you were asking here.
Time is linear, yeah.
Time is linear, as is space. Yeah, you could try to get on the phone and convince them to go somewhere else. I like that. If you're successful, I will increase the size of the risk die.
Oh. So, I mean, I guess that's like a charisma one. I have charisma 0, so this is going to go well.
If you fail, I will decrease the size of the risk die.
Oh, it's worth it though, right?
It's worth a try. It's really worth a try. So are you rolling charisma?
Oh, absolutely. Unless
Sounds
I can roll
great.
something. Yeah, all my stuff is like strength, dex, and con, so it makes no difference.
Okay.
Is assisting a thing in this game?
Not really.
Okay, never mind then.
Not as far as I'm aware. You just kind of jump in and take some consequences later, though.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to get on the phone, on the radio, or the whatever's that's here, and it'll be like, brothers in arms, we have spotted the miscreants. They are in whatever the place that's not near here.
Sapphire is like holding her head in absolute like disbelief and pain.
I'm going to give you disadvantage on the roll.
Oh, shit. let me just take out another d6 because I've rolled poorly. Oh, my God. Actually, no, that didn't work out too badly. It did actually. That's a
I'm
7.
going to take the two lowest. That's a 7, did you say?
Yeah, I rolled a 2, a 5, and a 5. So
7
7
is just enough for a success with a consequence. So you are able to divert them. So the risk die now becomes a D10, not a D12, D10. However, as a consequence, a small group of them are headed your way, so you haven't got long in this room.
You said there's a glass box.
Case.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Well, we can both look at it.
Yeah, you can
both
both go. Both head over there. There's a steel briefcase. You know, one of those like this clearly has something in it. You know, when you open it up and it's like foam lined and that sort of thing. There's one of those inside the glass case. The glass case is probably alarmed.
I mean, it can't get more alarmed than we are now, really, can we?
Can I think of portals here?
Of course, you can think with portals. Yeah.
That is to say, can I just open a portal and try and reach and grab what's inside without actually physically affecting the mechanism of the case?
Absolutely. It will be casting a full spell.
Okay.
Because you're not doing silly minor magic at that point. You're doing a full mechanical benefit. If you want to do that, then absolutely.
That's a sensible use of my MP.
Okay, I will say consequence. If if you get a consequence, it will be that as you stick your hand through the portal, you go through like a tripwire or something and you trigger the alarm anyway.
Okay,
but
sorry,
you
what
still
am I
get the
rolling?
item. If you fail, you don't get the item. You are rolling intelligence, so 2d6 plus intelligence.
Okay, 2d6 plus intelligence. Does my magic die do anything?
That usually comes in when we need to work out the quality of your magic. So it's if you're doing damage or healing, we'll roll it. or things like that. In this case, I think your magic's just going to work regardless. But if we're ever worried about quality, that's when it comes in.
Okay. Okay, 2d6 plus 1. Interesting. That's a 8. I got a 6 and a 1.
Okay. So an 8 is a success with a consequence. You do trip the alarm. So that D10 from Poe is now back to a D8. Congratulations, everyone. And I'm going to roll.
Okay, I know how to do this. So if I just reach through with a portal, oh, whoops, sorry.
Yeah, klaxons are starting to go specifically in this room. This room wasn't, like, you could hear the klaxons outside the room, but this one wasn't going off. It's now like red lighting. It's very loud. Everyone's head hurts a little bit.
Chance it's time for us to leave this enclave.
But as it's a success, you do get the briefcase. So you have a D4 steel briefcase, and inside it are 6 SIM cards.
Ooh.
Okay, I just use my portal trick to pop hand everyone out to everyone.
Yep, so you've each got a SIM card in your pocket automatically.
There's 5 of us and 6 cards.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's
Paul
like they
immediately
didn't
checked it out.
expect to be putting loot down there for a group of people, and instead were, going to use it for their own purposes.
I'm going to keep the extra one. Also, can I keep the briefcase?
Mm-hmm. As I said, it's a
sounds like it could be a weapon.
D4 item.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Poke
Is that a
it.
delta or a...
D4. It will not degrade.
Okay, cool.
Unless you hit someone really hard with it. You should be fine, I think.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, so you've each got a SIM card in your pocket. You've got a phone. You could combine those two, like we're playing Monkey Island, or you can get out of here because I'm rolling that die again soon, unless someone does something.
I want to get out of here. Side of things.
Before we go, can I just glance at the screens and see if, because obviously I probably know at least some of the areas. Do I notice anything sort of interesting that I'd recognise?
Sure, what do you want to roll?
Presumably just wisdom, because I'm just glancing at the screens to see what there is.
Roll wisdom.
Okay.
Your watch degrades, it's now a D6.
That is a 9.
Damn, Nick.
D4s.
That is a 9. That's a success with a consequence. You are able to see on there, you are able to see there is a vault. It might have useful items in it. It's labeled armory.
Okay, guys, how do you like the sound of an armory?
But you can
Yes,
also
let's go.
see the way out, which is something you didn't know before, so you do get that information.
That also sounds
And a way out. And a way out. But armory?
Ah.
Anyone want a gun? We can use a gun.
Your
Weapons
consequences
are
are going to
always
roll
useful.
again.
You use guns when you escape from a place, right?
D4.
Jesus Christ, Nick,
I
your
can't
rolls.
roll for shit. Sapphire,
I don't
what are you
care. Make
doing
a decision and go.
Armory, we're going.
Armory.
We need weapons.
Armory. Okay. So you will
tools,
break out and you
subtitle.
head over to the armory.
Just to be part of the team.
As
Just
we're
as
leaving,
footsteps are behind you on the way as well. What are you doing, Poe?
so no, as we're leaving, Poe's going to look to Carambola and say, "This is just like when the dwarves were escaping the mines of Moria."
Oh, so what you're saying is we should talk to them and convince them to stop chasing us.
No.
If you feel that would be effective, then I suggested you might try that by yourself. Poe continues to run.
Okay, yeah, you start running. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
will run.
You also run. What the?
From near the front of the group, having heard that be said, Spider shouts back, "Bola, I swear to fuck if I'm gonna drag you out."
Awesome. That's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, you race along these corridors. You go up like 4 or 5 flights of stairs, and you burst into this larger room, which is an armory, and there are racks and racks and racks of weapons of all varying kinds. They're all locked though.
In retrospect, that makes sense.
What would you like to
Sapphire,
do?
could you use your training in statistics to find out which is the most likely we could break into?
Fuck.
Surely, with your knowledge from your degree,
I've just
You should be
realized
able
that
to help
Poe
us.
thinks that mathematics is magic.
excuse me, are you telling me it's not?
Oh, that would explain so much.
Look, like,
Yes, absolutely.
nothing in any business degree prepares you for, as far as I'm aware,
Stealing
trying
things
to
from other
rob
people?
weapons from the US government.
Are you sure?
Okay, you're a capitalist.
Okay,
Look,
question.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, GM question.
Okay.
What are they? What is the manner in which these weapons are locked?
It is it's an upright weapons rack with them all along, and they are then behind a plexiglass pane that is locked tight. So it's like a cupboard door sort of thing you got to open up. No, you know what? Slight retcon. It's like those freezer doors in supermarkets. They're slide, but they're locked in.
Right. Okay. So there's not like a padlock or anything. It is you need to actually key unlock.
I try my keys.
You try your keys.
My set
Your
of keys.
specific item. Yeah.
Yeah,
Please-
yeah.
Please roll that with disadvantage. So roll it twice and take the lowest number.
Oh, hilarious! Because it's only a D4.
Is it a D4 or a Delta 4 as well? That's
It's a D4. It's a D4.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. I rolled a 3. A
Okay.
3 and a 4, so 3.
3 and a 4, so a 3. So,
I mean,
impact minor. Okay, it does work on one of the doors, and it slides open, and inside is a box of tissues.
I'm gonna take those tissues. You can come in handy later.
You kind of just
What-
tried
what-
all of the boxes, and even though it's plexiglass and you could see through, you were caught up in it.
who the fuck just put tissues in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
What
roll.
government
I'm-
secured
You-
tissues?
You're gonna have to give me a D or a Delta for those
Are
next,
these
because I am absolutely taking
ordinary
them.
tissues?
Okay, they're a Delta because they're a consumable.
Oh, yeah,
Tissues
yeah,
are
yeah,
consumable. They, you have a Delta 4 box of tissues. Absolutely, put that on your list. That's fine. I'm going to roll the wrist die.
Trying here.
2. They're
Hey, you
here
found the good ones.
Yet.
with
Okay.
reinforcements. They're back. Fight
Okay.
time. You can
Somebody
hear their
break it
footsteps.
open.
What are you gonna do?
I would
Okay.
like.
Okay.
No,
I was
go
gonna
for
say,
it.
I would like to actually. I'm gonna.
Do it.
She's gonna just look at this and be like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And she just glares at them all. Her head still pounding away with this goddamn headache from 3 days of debauchery, drinking, and God knows how the fuck we even ended up here. Still in disbelief at the US government locking up fucking tissues in a goddamn armory. And she just she looks at them, points at the door and says, "Will you all just fuck off?"
Okay. Are you casting a spell?
Yes.
I was just
because
double checking because
Sapphire's-
this technically could be a charisma check, but
yeah, Sapphire's thing is mental manipulation.
mental manipulation, yes. Okay. So please roll 2d6 plus intelligence, and we'll see how this goes.
That is 8.
8. So 8 is a success with consequence. Now, can you please roll your magic dice?
Yes, which I believe is, let me double check. That is a D4. All right. Tap them at the floor. Hang on a second. Okay. Let me try that again because I picked it up weird. All right, that is a 1.
A 1. I'm going to reduce every one of their hit dice by 1
Hell yeah.
as their morale fades. And they had 3 hit dice, so that's good.
Nice.
Yeah, they clutch at their heads, and for a second they're like, "I should stop. We should all stop. What are we doing? We should all just stop." But then the others are like, "What the hell are you doing? Get back in there!" And yeah, they're running forwards. They raise their guns, They are aiming them currently at Poe. Who's responding to this? Anyone other than Sapphire?
Okay, I've got something.
Okay.
So Awesome's going to lift up the metal briefcase, which she's still toting about. She's going to lick her index finger.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to press it on the metal briefcase. And basically, she's just going to be reminding them of the other half of her powers to get them back off.
What is your magic die size?
D6.
D6 is relatively decent. Okay. I'm assuming you're essentially attempting to intimidate them. Can you please roll me with charisma? Assuming that's the stat you want to use here.
Yep. So that's 2d6 plus 1. One of those is cocked. That is 2 4s for a 9.
2 4s for a 9. Very nice. Okay. Success with consequence. All right. The success is that you kind of wanted to give them pause. So they're pausing. They're not necessarily firing on Poe. The consequence...
Yeah, I think I see this coming.
...is that they are firing on you. Okay. They have a D8 weapon.
Also, can I use my phone to take a quick video of this happening?
You can do one thing.
Okay, that's fine.
I use my phone to take a video of that happening.
Absolutely.
Upload it to the internet, like, guard scared of metal briefcase.
Guard scared of metal briefcase. Yeah, you could. Live streaming is one of the actions you could do. You could. Right, so
but we have no signal.
The shots are coming in at Autumn, I'm afraid, because of the consequence.
Check me briefcase.
1 point of damage.
Ouch.
Okay.
You got any armor?
Yeah, I've got a fur coat, which is a
armor
D4,
is
so 2
flat
armor. Yep.
damage reduction.
Yeah, so that's protection 2.
Yeah, so nothing. Bullets get caught up in your fur coat. You are good.
Wow, this is a good coat. Guess that's why I was in the armory.
Yeah.
Guess it was wearing storage.
Who's going next?
I would like to go next if that's okay with peoples.
Hell yeah.
The distraction and the noise of the gunfire is an excellent time for me to step into whoever's closest to me and stab them with my scissors, which I would have tucked into my trousers as one of the only weapons I have right now.
That's awesome. What attribute would you like to use for this?
Ooh.
The classics are strength and dexterity, but whatever you want.
Has to be strength or dex.
Charismatically stab.
Intelligently stab the right part.
Seduce them and stab them in the back.
Can I? Yeah, actually, no. Can I use intelligence to try and? Because they're going to be kitted out in like protective gear, right?
I want to stress you can choose whatever attribute you roll anytime. All it affects is the power of your thing. If you choose strength and dex, it's much more likely to work. If you choose something that doesn't make much sense, I can impose disadvantage on your rolls and things like that.
Yeah. I'll stick to dex, which was going to be my initial thing anyway.
Okay. So yeah, give me dex. Your position's it's risky. It's risky because you're fighting with trained like military professionals. But yeah, it's not terrible.
It's fine. I've been in right. Violent fights before.
Yeah. I mean, they're wearing like body armor, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, double 4s. Let's go for 8.
8. Okay. Success with consequence. One of them shifts and rips the scissors out of your hand, but you are able to do damage. Roll damage.
So that's 1d6?
Yep.
4.
4 points.
Wow,
and unfortunately, they have D8 Kevlar that absorbs all of it.
No!
They are well trained,
dang.
this army. They are well trained. These are elite forces you are fighting with.
Damn.
It's almost like the government black site has better fighters than most other places. I'm putting you in the deep end right away. Okay, who's not had a go yet?
I have not gone. I would like to, or if you want to go both, feel free. But
I don't mind. I
would like to take a video of these trained soldiers fighting relatively innocent, unarmed kids.
Okay.
For future use.
All right, roll battery, please.
That's a D8, right? Yeah.
It is for now.
It's a 4. 4.
That's a 4. Okay, so your battery's fine. It's if you roll a 1 or a 2, it degrades and your battery starts to run out. You get hold of that. You can post that later. So note that down. You've got that. Yep. You've got that footage. Right. Okay, we've got just Poe left.
Poe has a whole thing because Poe's a bit extra.
Of course.
Poe is going to calmly take out the book of softly killing words, snapping it open in front of him. He will walk slowly towards one of the guards, reading a poem. I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I told it not. My wrath did grow. And then he's going to punch him in the throat with the spine of the book, Jason Bourne style.
Yes! Hell yes! Okay. Strength. Give me strength. 2d6 plus strength. Tell you what, you can have advantage on this one.
Oh, yes.
Because I was distracted by it too.
Let's get some rolls going here. We got a 6 and a 4, one more to roll. That is a 2. 6 and a 4 and a 1, 11 again.
11. Okay, unmitigated success. Not a crit, but unmitigated success. So roll your weapon damage for your book.
It's D8.
It's a D8. My God, what's your martial training? What's your martial prowess?
D8.
Your martial prowess is D8. Oh my God. Go for it then.
Oh my God. The Goth Librarian is hench.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
And that is a 6.
That's a 6. That's 2 points of damage. Your first hit die into the morale pool. Well done. Well done. Okay, now because everyone's had a go, I roll morale and we see what happens. All right. They're going to waste time deliberating on what to do. They're like, what do we do? What do we do? We don't want, they said take her alive. Take her alive. We can't shoot her. What do we do? What do we do? This gives you an opening. How are you going to jump on this?
Well, Poe is, if you want to go first, Poe will just continue his motion.
He's just going after another one with just like books in every neck.
Read a book. Slap.
I have a question for the GM.
Sure, go for it.
When they were shooting at Autumn, did they happen to break open any of the cases or anything?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah. One of them's broken open. Anyway, Poe, you're up. You're Jason Bourning some more poor US military.
Slow motion, just steps past the one he's decked, goes on to the next one, and this one is just going for a smash nose.
Smash
with
nose.
The flat of the book.
Okay.
And I watered in fears night and morning with my tears. I sunned it with smiles and with soft, deceitful wiles. And goes for it again.
Oh, here we go. Okay, roll me another strength.
All right. Advantage or no? Presume no this time.
Not this time. They've seen one happen, so they're flustered that this isn't going so well for them, but it's not enough for an advantage.
That's a 9 this time.
That's a 9, so that's a success with a consequence. So you go in, you whack them in the nose, roll your damage, and they will respond.
No, nothing. 4.
4, yep. Actually, you're going for the nose. They aren't armored on their noses. Like, this isn't like Savage Worlds where your armor matters everywhere. If you're targeting a place that they're not armored, you're fine. So you go for the nose, bonk, 4 damage. It's another die in the morale pool.
Nice.
Very nice. But they are going to respond. One of them draws a nightstick and goes to crack you on the back of the head. What's everyone doing?
I'd like to look at the box that got shot because, well, I'd imagine Autumn noticed it since she was the one being shot at the time.
Okay, Autumn's choosing to do that, so sorry, Al, you're getting hit on the back of the head.
Oh, right, sorry. Oh, well. I just learned something about this game.
Hoping for an interrupt, but
It's like,
we're all new. We're all new.
I mean, understandable. You take 6 points of damage, Poe.
Oh,
Jesus.
Crack. Yeah, they are well trained with this nightstick, and they just whack it over the back of your head. Yeah, Autumn, go for it. You're looking at this broken, this sort of shattered plexiglass, which you can sort of tear away, get at the things behind. There are 2 shotguns there, and there is an assault rifle.
Okay, can I just portal them to anyone who wants one of them?
No, not at this point. Unless you want to cast a spell.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
This is too much at this point mid-combat to be handing weapons out.
Okay, are they loaded?
No.
Can I shoot them?
You can try. They're not loaded, but
Okay.
you can try. There are some boxes of ammo in another container nearby. If you can break that open, then you can start loading them up and you've got guns. But for now, not necessarily. But you've got, add a what do you want? Assault rifle or shotgun?
I'll take the shotgun.
Okay, add a D6 shotgun.
To go
Or
with
do
my
with
D6
a
revolver.
That's the damage if you hit someone with it, like crack them on the back of the head with it or something like that. It will also be the damage if you shoot them. Bear in mind your martial prowess die. It's whichever is the lowest of those 2.
Okay, lowest of which one? Like strength and dexterity, or?
No, martial prowess, which is a separate stat that you have on your sheet.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, yeah. My martial die is a D6, so
Okay.
I guess
so
D6
D6
is my
is the
cap
max
either
you
way.
could have anyway, so that's fine. That's no problem. D6 is sort of normal stuff. It's common stuff. It's not particularly special. They're using like Spec Ops weapons, which is why they've got D8. They're also better at them. So that's why. But yeah, you have an unloaded shotgun at the moment. Yeah, absolutely. What would you like to do though?
Okay. And keep in mind, I'm only really comfortable doing this because I know the shotgun's unloaded. Can I just have Autumn hold it to her head and say, "You were supposed to take me alive, right?"
Okay. Roll me. What do you want to roll? Charisma, by the sound
I guess, yeah, charisma, because I'm trying to sort of get them to
All right.
doubt themselves.
Roll with disadvantage
That's fair.
because they
This
know
is
these
3
weapons
dice,
are
right?
unloaded, but they also know that no gun is truly unloaded. They have that drilled into them, so this is still possible. They got that sort of
Yes.
self-doubt at the back of their mind that you're preying on
Yeah.
right now.
Especially
this is-
considering this is Autumn with portal magic.
That's true.
Okay, so this is 3 dice and I take away the highest, is that right?
That's it, yeah. 3 dice, take the 2 lowest.
RIP 6. That is a total of 6.
6, that is a failure with a consequence. Seeing that you are unarmed, one of the guards rushes over to you to wrench it from you and tackle you, essentially. They are going to use the butt of their assault rifle to...
Can I
to
try
go.
to interrupt them as they make the rush towards
Yeah.
Autumn? I-
Yes, you can, yeah.
As they start running forward, and I just reach up to my bag of stuff that's now off my shoulder, grab the handle of the frying pan, and just baseball bat swing it at his face.
So you can either do damage or interrupt. You can't do both unless you're doing something very special, like casting a spell that's pretty powerful. Which would you like to do?
I will interrupt.
Interrupt. Okay, so roll an attribute that you feel appropriate with this. Strength sounds like a reasonable one.
Yeah, I was going to go with strength.
Okay, roll strength. The consequence of this one will be I'll figure
And
it
there
out
was a
as we go on.
consequence. I've rolled double 4s again. Like, come on,
Double
guys.
4s. Hey, that's still a success. So you stop them rushing into Autumn. So you sort of barrel into them and with the frying pan, distract them. They turn, they do deflect it, so you don't do any damage, but they're now in a fight with you. And they are going to try and ram the buttstock into you. Has anyone not taken a go? I think Safs and Bola.
I've also not been this round.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if either of you want to try to interrupt, you can. If not, I'm happy rolling damage. Really happy?
No. I'll
Overjoyed?
interrupt with my frying pan.
Okay, it's frying pan time. It's jousting. Yeah. Excellent. So if you'd like to roll strength or dexterity or something like that, whatever you prefer.
I'm gonna roll dex.
Okay, so you're like fencing it, whereas Spider's just sort of gone in like a baseball bat. You're like, no, on guard, touche.
2 sixes plus 1.
Oh, that's a crit. We've had our first critical success. Very well done. So I'm going to say that not only do you interrupt, you are also able to do damage. You essentially jut it out and then run into it. So roll your damage.
All right.
Well
that's
done.
the weapon dice, isn't it? Or it's
That'd be your weapon
dice or
die.
martial dice.
Yeah, it's your it's weapon die or martial, whichever one is smaller.
Damn it, my D4 hates me. That's another 1.
That's another 1. I'm afraid with their armor, they shrug it off. Actually, no, they ran into it. That's face first. They're not wearing helmets, I need to add. So, you do 1 point of damage.
Looney Tunes, this man.
You do 1 point of damage to it, but still in on that one. But yeah, one point of damage. Very good.
Very good.
No consequence at all. Actually, you know what? Roll with advantage because you had a crit. So roll it again if you would like.
All right. Still 1. What the fuck is with this dice?
Still 1. I mean, it doesn't matter. You still did it.
Dice jail.
You still did some damage to it. They run in. They knock to the ground. Bola, you are up. You are up next.
I've got a big old hammer that I brought to this frying pan fight.
Hell yeah.
And I would like to say, you leave my sister alone and try to conk him on the head with the hammer.
Excellent. Strength
with
or
strength,
dex or strength. Okay, sounds great.
That'll be a 10 plus 1 is 11.
11's a success. Wonderful. No consequences. So roll your damage.
That is a 6.
6. Very nice. So that one will be reduced by the armor. As you weren't specifically going for the head, but that is still 2 points of damage.
I did say the head, but
oh,
either
you
way,
said the head. Oh, never mind. 6 points of damage. They're still in because that was a D8 on the D8 hit die. But they are barely standing now. So we are at the end of a group of rolls. We are going to roll the morale dice, which is now 2 of them, and I take the lowest. So the more you knock out, the worse their morale gets. Okay. Ooh, wow. Okay, I actually rolled pretty well. They decide to turn and be defensive this time. They're going to be defensive, seeking cover. So they're going to break away from all of you and get into sort of defensive positions and start opening fire more than relying on the nightsticks. So that's where we are now. One of them is taking aim at, I think, at Bola, who's done the most damage and is about to shoot. What's everyone doing?
I would.
Okay, go for it.
Hang on. I would like to. I'm a drug dealer. I'm used to like an underworld of relatively ruthless people. So I grab Autumn's arm, drag her in front of me, put the cigar that Autumn portaled to me earlier into my mouth, take a drag on it, try prestidigitation that to suddenly be lit so that I'm actually getting a drag.
What's your domain? Narcomancy?
Narcomancy.
Yeah.
Don't forget to bite the end off and spit it out.
Oh yeah, of course.
You can absolutely use your minor magics of narcomancy to light a cigar. That's absolutely the kind of narcomancy minor magic that you should be doing. Yes.
Yes. This does surprise me. So I get a little bit of a cough, and then I blow the smoke out, and with my hand on the back of Autumn's neck, I say, "Now, you let us walk out."
Ooh.
Please don't do it.
Okay, I tell you what, I'm going to do a deal with you. I'm going to increase the consequences, but I'm going to increase the effect. If you succeed, I'm going to re-roll the morale dice. Ooh. And bear in mind, a 1 or a 2 is they run away.
This is charisma for what it's worth.
Yep, go for it. Charisma.
Roll well.
Yay. Oh, you're not going to believe this.
Oh, no, what?
Double 6.
Hell yeah!
That's a critical success. All right, I tell you what, I'm not gonna just roll this. I'm gonna roll all of their dice as morale and take the lowest. That's a 1. 2 8s and a 1, I might add. 2 8s and a 1. An 8 is one peels off to get reinforcements as well. So that was nearly a big problem. But with a 1 there, they turn on each other or surrender. So they're going to start bickering with each other and fighting amongst themselves. They like put their weapons down. Like, I'm not dying for this. They told us to take her alive. And now they're fucking threatening each other. There's nothing we do. We can't shoot them. We can't just go in there and beat them unconscious. That doesn't seem to be working because somehow they've got a frying pan. For fuck's sake, what is going on? And they are bickering like that. You are able to break away if you would like to.
Yeah, Poe's going to grab a weapon on the way, by the way. That's one of the ones they dropped. Yeah.
So,
one of
the ones they dropped.
Yeah.
They do drop
you just
their
said
weapons.
They dropped. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so on the ground, you have available to you. There are 3 of these: D8 assault rifle, D8 nightsticks, and Delta 4 hand grenade.
Oh, I've got to grab an assault rifle here.
Yep. Okay, you grab an assault rifle. You only have time to grab 1 thing each. I will say that, but you do have
I'm
time
grabbing
each
a
of you to
grenade.
grab 1 thing. You're grabbing a Delta 4 grenade. So Delta 4 is your ammo supply of it, basically.
Yeah.
I'll grab a grenade.
You're going grenades as well.
Nightstick.
Nightstick,
Can I
very
just
nice.
grab some Can I just grab some ammo for my shotgun? I'm sure one of them has some on.
There's some shotgun shells. You can grab some shotgun shells. You have Delta 6 shotgun shells.
Okay, where do I mark that on my packs? Should I do it as a separate item or?
Do it as a separate item, because you can keep the shotgun afterwards as like a melee weapon if you need to.
Can I ask for fluff? Can I make my assault rifle a Desert Eagle handgun as a
Yes.
D8?
Yes. Absolutely, you can have a Desert Eagle handgun. That's fine. Okay, yeah. Poe's got a fucking gun. That handgun also is D6 ammo.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Question
Delta 6,
as we
sorry.
Delta 6, yeah.
as we're making our way out. Earlier, as I think one of the consequences that you mentioned from my first attack was that they wrestled the scissors out of my hand. Do I remove them from my inventory now?
They're just on the ground. You can pick those up. Sorry, Poe. I'd like to go back to that. You have a Delta 8 Desert Eagle. It is all combined together because you got the item all in one go. So that means you can recharge it if you need to. But it is a Delta 8 on your ammo, not a Delta 6.
Oh, so it's just Delta 8 all together. Just
Delta
a
8
Delta
all
8.
together. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we're leaving, can I just say something to Angrid?
Sure.
Yep. So I turn to her and say, you wouldn't have actually done it, would you?
I smile, I lick my lips a little, give her a wink, and we just carry on.
Very nice.
Should I take that as a no? Because I
see graded
I really-
again. We're down to a D6. Delta 6.
Yeah, I raised the brief.
Reinforcements arriving.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm really enjoying this smoke. I needed that.
Yeah. I just hold the briefcase up in her face and show her the part I pressed with my finger towards the guards earlier. It's basically got like a fingerprint burnt into it.
Spider, you have no
I
idea
give
what this
her a
means.
wink back.
Okay, yeah, you're all rushing off. Are you heading towards the exit now? You've got weapons.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exit.
Yeah, we got no other reason to stick around.
All right. Well, I won't need the restart then because someone's waiting for you at the entrance. You make it to the entrance, and it's one of those like Fallout Vault style jobbies, you know, massive iron door with a button to open it. The area is empty. What would you like to do?
Okay. This is the way out. This is the way out. This is the way out.
Open the door.
Big friend and enter.
my god.
In this case,
Of course.
we should
well,
exit.
of course. Yes, we should exit. Thank you.
Gotta get that Lord of the Rings in.
You press the button to exit, and the door starts to open, and sirens go, and like whomp 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 as these locks.
Oh, my head.
As these locks clear, and behind you, you hear this sort of call and response thing. You hear this American gruff voice, I don't know, but I've been told. And then like 8 people respond, I don't know, but I've been told. This here fight is getting old. This here fight is getting old. Like repeating like that as he steps in slowly, wearing the bars of a US general. The camera sort of zooms in on him, pauses, it goes black and white, and then on the screen it says US General W.T. Hooker. As he enters the fight, and he's holding a bazooka.
What the fuck?
As the doors slowly grind open, and he is flanked by another squad of soldiers. Oh dear. Here we go.
By the lords of Lothlorien, I shall not stand for this. I shall shoot the general with my Desert Eagle handgun.
Okay, you are opening this up by shooting with the Desert Eagle, absolutely, and quoting the Lord of the Rings. Classic way of doing it. Classic media. Quote Lord of the Rings.
I love Poe.
Fucking shoot Desert Eagle. Go for it. Yeah. Roll your attack. I'm assuming dexterity with this. This sounds like a dexy sort of
Sure.
thing. If you're midnight
Yeah.
running.
Yeah, I'll go plus one in dex anyway, so let's give it a go. Hang on, that's a 1 and a 5, 6 plus 1, 7.
7. Okay, 7 is a success with a consequence. So you get the shot off. You hit him. You roll your damage. But he is going to cast a spell.
Oh wow,
in
that's going to be
response.
great. What did I roll? A 2 damage. Useless fucking Desert Eagle. God
2
damn.
damage. I'm afraid he absorbs 5 because he has
Fuck.
D10 armor.
Wow.
Yeah.
And my Desert Eagle degrades to a D6.
Oh shit.
Is
Yeah,
that right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
It degrades to a D6. Remember, you can boost that back up again, so write down what the original was as well, because you can't ever go higher than the original. But you can get that if you
Gotcha.
find more ammo and stuff like that.
Cool.
US General W.T. Hooker is going to begin to cast a spell. His domain, the US Military Industrial Complex.
Wow.
Yeah. So what happens is that around you, it turns out there are 5 Gatling gun turrets that are like drawing a bead, and they're pointing like these laser lights on you. You can see the laser lights on your chest. Now, Poe, you've taken a go. What's everyone else doing?
I'm going to point at this general, my head now pounding from all of the lights,
Yes.
and just scream at him, turn that fucking shit off! Stop this shit! And this is another mental manipulation spell.
This is a mental manipulation spell. Excellent. So roll 2d6 plus intelligence.
That is 9.
9 is a success with a consequence. He looks at you and goes, "Hooah! Better use of the military budget," levies the bazooka and fires. There is a bazooka missile flying currently towards Poe, but it's probably going to hit all of you, to be quite honest. 3 of you left to act. What are you doing?
Okay, I would like to create a portal and send it back to them.
Oh, yes! All right, Polar Magic coming in. Okay,
Yeah.
hold on, mark down 1 MP because this is absolutely another spell. Yeah, okay, roll me intelligence.
Did my spell earlier cost me MP?
Yes.
Okay, yep, that's all my MP then. Okay,
All right, it's your last
intelligence.
good use of it.
Yeah. have to agree with that. An excellent use.
Yes, you like summon this portal circle right in front of the rocket and get ready to return it. Let's see if it works.
Oh, sees the rocket coming towards him and just puts his arms
It's a
out.
crit. 2d6 plus in. Critical success. Okay. Yeah, you send it straight back at the US General WT Hooker. Can you please roll me 2d10 and take the highest?
2d10, take the highest. Okay.
Because this is a d10 weapon that you've just returned to sender.
Is that my yeah, those are my d10s.
And I figure that's probably higher than your magic dice, so we're gonna do something special as it's a crit.
That's 4.
4. You do 4 damage. I'm afraid his armor absorbs it. However, it takes out one of the US Marines that are also with him. So that's 1 die going into the morale pool. Very nice. Okay, who hasn't gone? I think Bola, you've not gone, and Spider, you've not gone.
Yeah, I've got an idea here. So, you know,
Okay.
half my family's from Florida. You hear some weird stories, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, one time, one of these family reunions, things get a bit rowdy. You know, Uncle Jim pulled a shotgun on, you know, Aunt Kathy, who was cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And she takes a banana and she shoves it in his shotgun. Now, I've seen some other people doing weird stuff, and I have no idea if this is going to work. But I'm going to try to summon fruit in the barrels of the Gatling guns.
Stoned fruit, I suggest.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice. I like this. Okay. I'm gonna say on a mechanical thing, he can't use the Gatling guns again.
Okay. This was the Gatling guns that shot at us. Okay.
Because he refuses to use the same thing twice. He has a lot of military-industrial complex to be using.
Okay.
But
so then I'll go for the bazooka.
There is the bazooka. Yeah, I was going to say there's the bazooka, and the army have weapons as well. So you can either choose their weapons or the bazooka. The bazooka is probably the more dangerous one.
Yeah, we'll go with the bazooka.
Okay, roll plus intelligence then. This is great. The consequences are
not going to matter
severe.
because I rolled 11.
You rolled an 11. Success with no complications. What fruit do you summon in there? What fruit do you summon in the bazooka hole?
So how big is the barrel of the bazooka here?
It's like it's
pineapple sized?
Yeah, probably about pineapple size actually now I think about it.
A pineapple.
And that's stopping him from being able to reload the thing as well. So he's like, dang it, what's going on here? Fantastic. That's a really, really good use of magic there. Mark down 1 MP. Spider, I think you're the only one left. And might be muted.
No, I'm not muted. I'm thinking. This door's a big, heavy thing that I'm not going to be able to wrench open with like a lever or anything, am I? We're just waiting for it to open.
It's huge. It's probably about 5 times your height.
Okay. I'm gonna stand next to Autumn again. I've got those scissors back. I've got the cigar in my mouth.
Yep.
Gonna take a drag and say, let's just calm ourselves down now. We don't want any accidents to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to buy time for this door to open.
Yeah. Autumn's just in there, posed to summon the portal, and she's like, yeah.
Okay.
Suddenly a pair of scissors at her neck.
roll me your 2d6 plus presumably charisma again.
Yep. 9 total.
9 total. Success with a consequence. They are going to pause. The army are not going to fire with their assault rifles just yet. As a consequence, though, they're running towards that button. They're going to try and just stop the door opening instead. But they haven't done that yet because we've gone to the end of everyone's actions, so we have to instead roll the morale table. Okay. the Marines drop their guns and fucking run. They have just seen some weird shit. A portal redirected a missile directly at them. They were not trained for this. Army have gone. However, US General W.T. Hooker is still here.
while the rest of the guys are run away, Poe's just gonna have a quip. He's gonna say, "You heard me rapping gently at your chamber door. Will you win? Nevermore."
Absolutely fantastic. Poe, can you roll me a D8, please?
Oh, sure. That's a 6.
6. Okay, the door is opening very, very slowly, but not very, very quickly at all. The risk die for the door opening is not degrading fast enough. That's why I asked you to do it instead of me. Otherwise, you'd be out of here already. Right.
He's on one.
Yeah, General W.T. Hooker has discarded the bazooka and has drawn out... Ooh, yeah, he's got a sword. He's got like a cavalry sword. And he's charging forward. What's anyone doing about this? He's aiming for Bola this time.
Oh, no, he is not. Can I take his knees out with the nightstick?
You can absolutely try to take his knees out with a nightstick. Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, roll strength presumably.
Yeah, we would just like a wild swing.
Yeah.
8 plus nothing.
8 plus nothing. So an 8 is a success with a consequence. So you manage to take his knees out, but as he goes down, he lashes out with his sword at you. And this
Can I
one is
interrupt?
uninterruptible.
Damn.
Oh.
Shit.
Yeah. I need another D10.
Oh no.
Oh Christ.
He's a D10 fighter. All his stuff is D10s. That is 8 points of damage.
Jesus.
So what happens if I hit 0?
You have any
What
armor?
happens if you hit 0 indeed? You have a very bad time is what happens. Okay, so you've hit 0, so you are, let me just check, running out of HP. Didn't really expect it to happen. When a lowlife runs out of HP, they suffer a mortal blow. The location and severity of this blow is determined by a roll of D66. Please roll me 2D6.
Uh-oh.
Didn't you have any armor?
No.
This is why you
I
take
didn't-
armor.
Yeah, that's fine. I rolled 2 5s.
2 5s. Okay. You are wounded in your right leg. You are bleeding and require medical attention. Roll disadvantage on checks that use that location until you recover any amount of HP through sleep. If your wound is not addressed within a day, it will become maimed. But you're still up.
Noted. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do I do anything with my HP now, or?
You do not. You just
I'll leave
Yeah.
it on 0. Okay.
Yep. If you take another blow, you'll take another wound.
I understand. Okay.
Okay. Awesome was presumably right next to Spider because she, had the scissors to her throat. Can I
Yep.
try and help bandage up the leg?
Sure. Have you got bandages or anything that you'd like to use?
Could I just use could I tear off my sleeve and use it as a tourniquet?
Yes.
You could
it
use
will increase the risk.
military tissues.
What?
I've got some tissues right here.
Oh, could I use a jar of moonshine as a antiseptic as well?
Is that a Delta consumable?
I'm not sure actually. I've just got D6 and I don't think I've written down if it was a Delta or a...
I will find it. Jar of Moonshine is a Delta 6, so make sure you mark that down as a Delta.
Okay. Oh yeah. Done.
Okay, well that
Yeah,
is
jar.
listed as medical, so yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
So we don't need an attribute roll. We're just going to roll the Delta 6 because you have something medical here. You are allowed to actually do some stabilization and healing.
Okay, cool. So I just roll the d6, and if it's a 1 or a 2, it degrades.
Yep, and that number is the number of HP that Spider gets back as well.
Okay, let's roll some small numbers. Enjoy 5 HP then.
5 HP.
Nice.
So
Hooray!
yeah, you apply some medicinal moonshine to the sort of sliced open leg. You are still wounded. The wound remains, but you have the HP back.
Okay. Didn't it say something about if you get... Oh no, that's from sleeping, isn't it?
Gotta sleep. Gotta take a long rest, essentially.
Sleep it off.
Yeah.
Ah.
She cries
So
out
Spider-
from the gash itself and then sort of swears loudly as the moonshine is applied.
Importantly, the wound has been addressed, which means it will not become maimed if you don't deal with it. So
Yeah.
you're all good in that respect.
You wouldn't have actually have done it though, would you?
Is it really the fucking time?
Well, you know, I've only just, I've gone from 0 friends to 4, so...
All
Tell
right.
you what, get us out, I'll hook you up.
Sapphire, lurching towards you, up from his knees again, is the General WT Hooker, and he's casting a spell.
Can
No,
I
he's not going
interrupt
to cast a
him?
spell yet. He's not going to cast a spell. He's going to go straight ahead and try and punch you in the face.
Okay,
You can
can
try
I
to interrupt that.
please interrupt him by doing a fucking golf swing with my goddamn frying pan
He's coming
right
in.
into the face?
Yeah, do it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'll do that with Dex because that's actually got a number on it.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense.
Oh, piss and balls! That is a 3.
That is a free. That is a failure with a consequence, I'm afraid. So you take the swing and you launch that frying pan to the other side of the room. And at the same time, WT Hooker's coming in with the punch straight to your face. That is 6 points of damage.
Ow.
Boom.
Ow.
You are wearing armor though, so you can reduce that. It's only the NPCs that have to worry about where you're hit.
So it'll take down. So my armor's 4, so that'll be what, 2?
Takes 2 off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be 4 points
Okay,
of
that's
damage.
less bad.
Yeah. Armor's great. Yeah, so that's WT Hooker's Haymaker. Poe and Bola, I think you're both left up.
I think it's time for another hammer. He just knocked out my sister, and I am quite furious about that.
That's, yeah, I mean, that cut doesn't look good. It's been moonshined, but it doesn't look great.
Yeah, moonshine.
So we're gonna. Does he have anywhere on him that is not covered in armor?
His face is aimable if you would like.
I would like to aim at his face.
What are you using? Are you using the hammer?
Strength. Yeah, the hammer.
Hell yeah. All right, strength. Yeah, that
fuck them
sounds
up.
great.
That is a 6, so maybe not so great.
No, that's a failure with a consequence. So you swing and you overextend with the hammer. The general actually takes advantage of that and lunges forwards, and is going to use the cavalry sword to try and gut you, essentially.
I knew I should have turned that into a banana.
That is 4 points of damage.
All right, minus 2 armor is just 2.
Just 2 damage. Okay, Poe, just you left.
Poe is going to try and restrain the general, hooking up behind his 2 arms, holding his arms back.
Oh, yeah.
While saying, never to suffer would never to have been blessed.
By the way, everyone has now cast magic except for Poe, and might be becoming noticeable at this point. I don't know. Poe hasn't cast any magic yet. But yeah,
Every
absolutely.
move Poe makes is magic, inspired.
For the right moment.
Inspired by magic. Right, let me roll my strength for this, I guess.
I just got to say, I absolutely love that you saw someone do literal magic in front of you, and you can do magic too. That was fantastic.
Poe has always fully believed he could do magic. He's one of those guys.
And I'm sure he can. I'm sure he
Amazing.
totally can in the rules of this game.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
That's a 7 anyway. You're late bloomer.
7. 7 is a success with a consequence. So you grab his arms, and you're only able to get one of them behind his back, but you do get one. You do get one arm. The other arm you get directly into your face.
Oh, I was using that.
Yeah. 3 points of damage.
Oh, I'm still up. Thank Jesus. 1
You're
point of
still
damage.
up.
1 HP left.
Okay, there are no morale dice to roll.
Shit.
Can I get a D8 from Poe, please?
Okay. That's a 5.
That's a 5. The door is still opening slowly, but it's not opened yet. Go around to the...
Damn my high rolls.
Damn your high rolls. We go back to the top. So in the current situation, General W.T. Hooker is pinned by Poe, like one arm behind the back, but the other arm is free, and still holding the sword. And you've got a moment. I think right now you've got probably a moment before he strikes at you again. If you want to take the shot,
I would like to restrain him further and go for the other arm.
Properly restrain him. All right, very good.
Yeah. Give the other a good shot, hopefully.
Okay.
Oh God, please roll well. That's a 5 and a 6. That's 12.
12 critical success.
5 plus 6 plus 1.
Yeah, you get both arms behind the back, and you hold him there. The cavalry sword knocks to the ground, and is on the ground there. And yeah, you've got his arms.
Hang on.
He is pinned.
Also to say, all that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream.
Fantastic. Who wants to capitalize on this? Not the poetry. Who wants to capitalize on
No, that's
the
free.
fact that
Poetry is free.
there's such an easy shot? I'm going to give you advantage on the roll on the next one.
I'll take a swing with the nightstick if nobody else is gonna. And knock this fool out.
I've got my eye on the sword.
Can I
I'm
just shoot
thinking
him in
about
the
that
face with
sword.
my shotgun?
You can shoot him in the face with the shotgun if you want.
Cold.
Jesus.
You got ammo, you got everything. Yeah.
Okay, unless anyone else wants to.
Do it.
No, I am down for this.
Okay, 0 dexterity, so this is just going to be a straight roll.
Straight roll.
Except not straight.
But with advantage, so roll an extra d6.
Oh yeah, rolling all my Lancer d6s.
Yeah. Max.
Okay, that's saving from a 1. That is a total of 6.
6 is a failure still, I'm afraid. So you go, you point the gun, and you click, and safety's on. Years and years. Gotta
Awesome,
learn to
look,
turn that
awesome,
off, young lady.
Awesome is, until she pulls the trigger, Awesome is just has the biggest grin on her face, though.
And he takes his head forwards and headbutts you.
Oh,
Well, that's your consequence. 7 points of damage.
Oh, he's got a unicorn?
He's a D10 person. He's got D10s and everything.
my fur coat somehow absorbs 2 points of damage from that.
Yeah. Your fur coat absorbs some of it. The knowledge that you're wearing a luxurious fur coat protects you a little bit from the damage, because it's not just damage that you're receiving, it's morale loss and that sort of thing. And yeah, you reel back.
Did you say that was 7?
That was 7, yeah.
Yeah, down to 5, I guess.
Down to 3. I've got 8 match HP.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you stumble back, your nose is like bleeding a little bit. Who's up next? I will say that he is out of the arm lock now.
Oh, dang.
With
Conditions
a
are not
look-
long lasting, and you should be thankful for that.
With the
I
look
would
of
like to pick up the
respect.
sword.
I think Spider was first.
Okay, go for it.
I was just saying, with the look of respect to Autumn, give her a nod, like, okay, you got some backbone to you. I'm then just gonna wind up the big and up. There was nothing flashy about the way Spider fights. It's just all brute force.
Yeah.
I am going to, with strength, nightstick, baseball bat to the head. I still want to knock him out.
I love it, yeah. It's sort of this back and forth from Poe and Spider at the moment. It's like released from Poe straight into Spider's waiting baseball bat. Yeah, absolutely. Roll it. This is going to be fantastic.
10.
Oh,
10,
yes.
success, no consequence. Roll your damage.
That's 1d6. It's going to be the rainbow d6
God, where are you hitting them?
Hit
Right?
him.
on the head.
Yeah.
I'm trying to knock him out. Like I try to clock him across the temples. I rolled a 1 though.
Roll a 1. Okay. Takes 1 point of damage.
Like he just rolls with it.
Yeah, he rolls with it. He's used to getting hit in the head. It happened a lot. He suddenly remembers his time in the Marines and just keeps shouting "Semper Fi, Semper Fi, Semper Fi!" As yeah, he turns to he turns to Saps, I think, and he is going to. Yeah, I know what he's going to do, actually. He's going to pull out a Delta 10 flashbang grenade.
Oh, fuck.
And pulls the pin and drops it on the ground. You've got a couple of seconds, everyone. What would you like to do?
I would like to turn it into an apple.
This is something you can do. There is no limit to magic in this system.
And you turn back
Please-
afterwards is the question.
There is no limit to the consequences of magic in this system. Please roll your Delta 10. Please roll your int
Intelligence.
on this.
Yeah.
If you have a consequence, you may be stuck as an apple for some time.
I'm turning into an apple. I'm turning a grenade into an apple, to be clear.
Oh, I
Are you
thought
saying
you
you
were
will be
turning
stuck-
yourself into an apple.
No, the grenade.
That's
I'm
way
so
less.
sorry.
Ah.
That's so much less. Okay, that's so much more manageable. I was like, what? Okay, I mean, but it would be
What's
what?
the
Yeah.
scene of the itch?
That's one way to avoid the flash.
Okay, you turn the
Now
grenade
it's getting some deja vu.
You turn the grenade into an apple. Turning the grenade into an apple, fine, yeah. Consequence, it turns into an apple grenade, which is a hand grenade.
That was a 7. So
That's a 7. Success with a consequence. You turn it into an apple grenade. It explodes. Yeah, it explodes. But I'm going to say that damage is also done to WT Hooker. So everyone is going to take
shit. Well, that's a
1
moon for Mo
point
anyway.
of damage.
I only
That's
have one.
getting
so-
great.
by the coat.
The flashbang to a Delta 8. Okay.
All right. Let's roll some wounds. Nick.
Wow.
you don't have armor, Poe?
No,
You took 1 point of damage, and that's put you
I
on
only
wounds? Oh
I only had
no!
1 point. I've taken so much damage.
You've taken so much damage. Okay, roll me 2d6, please.
That's 2. And,
Don't do 2 ones. I tell you that. Don't do 2.
I didn't know. 2 2s.
Oh god, is Poe dead?
Poe is dead.
Shit.
2 2s?
Torso lost. The location has been removed or otherwise damaged beyond repair and cannot be used without a prosthetic. If you do not receive medical attention immediately, you will die.
Oh.
A lost head or torso is fatal. So
Yeah.
what happens?
Jesus
What I'm
Christ.
seeing here is it turns into a hand grenade and you dive on it. Now,
Oh, yes. So,
bear in mind, death is not the end. Okay. So what happens to you, Poe, as you dive on this hand grenade and your chest is obliterated? Everything goes black for a second, and you see this face. It's silhouetted against a white light behind you, and it looks like someone sat in a chair, but you can't see any of the information, like anything about them. And you hear a voice in your head, and it is every accent on Earth at once, essentially, all sort of meshed together. It's like if you averaged out every possible voice. And it says, I can preserve your strand of fate, but you have to offer something in return.
yes,
you need
my
to
lord, I
offer
offer
a
my service.
bargain.
Bargain. Shit. What would you have of me, my lord?
You have to offer the bargain.
Oh, God. I don't even know what the bargain would look like.
If I accept the bargain as this character, and you know nothing about what this character wants, and that's actually literally raw in the book for this. If I accept it, you get to re-roll your killing
Wound.
blow. So you might get something else. If you get death again, you've got to offer
That's
even
fair.
more.
Jesus.
This may take the form of a sacrifice, an obligation, an offer of service, or a favor.
Yeah, it's good. Favor was going to be my next one. I bequeath upon you a favor, one which you may call upon at any time.
Okay, now give me the details. What kind of favor would you be willing to do? Now, bear in mind, this is not something that only I agree to. Everyone else at the table has to agree this is an acceptable bargain to save your life.
God, what? This is kind of throwing me for a loop here.
Yeah.
As a player, yeah. I'm like, oh, what favor would I offer? What has Poe got to offer? Let me have a look here now.
You could maybe kill someone.
Yeah, I could cast a curse. I could cast curse upon thine enemies, my lord. Curse, of course, being a martial one, since I have no magic at the
I was
moment.
going to say, you are the only character who literally has no magic. You can't be casting curses.
A curse, a bullet from gun.
So you're offering to
much,
kill someone, and I will tell you when that when I need to do it.
An exchange of life. Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
And you hear this voice, even if it's innocent.
Even if it's innocent, are any of us truly innocent? Not a child, but an
All
adult.
right, rest of the table. I'm willing to accept this. How do you all feel?
That's reasonable.
That's going to be very interesting at some
Oh,
point.
yeah, hell yeah, I'm in.
That could very well be one of us. I love it. Go for it.
I'm down.
Re-roll your 2d6, please.
What happens if I don't actually go ahead with this favor? I'm just gonna roll.
Don't
this
go
now.
ahead with the favor. I'm killing you instantly.
Might be worth it though. That's a 6 and a 1.
A 6 and a 1. Your head is incapacitated. But don't worry, that's not death. Incapacitated is the most minor effect, okay? Roll disadvantage on checks that use that location until you recover any amount of HP through sleep. It does not get worse. So you don't even need medical treatment to prevent it from turning into maimed or anything like that. So it's like you're stunned for a second. And boom, back in the room. The chaos of everything. Turns out, just as you jumped on it, Bola was able to undo the magic that turned it into an apple grenade, and it's back to a flashbang, but you've got a flashbang that just went off right next to your head.
Wow, yeah.
And you're
just
stunned.
stumbled away.
And yeah, you're stumbling, but you are still back up.
Interesting.
Hey, welcome back to the Ladder
Absolutely didn't
11,
see that coming.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Her hand over her mouth in shock.
Okay.
Poe fully believes he's met Satan, by the way. Like, this is an absolute Luciferian deal.
Oh, yeah. Sounds it, doesn't it? Yeah. Sounds
Like,
it.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's great. Who hasn't had a go yet?
I think it's just me, actually.
Just you. Okay. So go for it, Sapphire.
I'm gonna smack him with a frying pan. I'm sick of this shit.
Hell yeah.
Right on the head.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Classic Acme.
Bollocks, that is a 6.
Oh,
That is only a 6. I'm afraid that is a failure with a consequence.
Fucking hell.
He rests the oh no, does he? No, I know what he does. He is going to, he's not got his cavalry sword at the moment. He's not, his bazooka's out of action. He's going to bowl you to the ground as you run in. So like twists you around and knocks you to the ground.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. So yeah, you're down on the ground. You're an easy target for him. He's going to have advantage on attacks, but he's not attacking right now.
Okay.
And I am rolling the d8 this time because I do not trust Al's dice.
no, don't.
And I rolled a 2. The door begins to creak open. There's about a foot gap at the bottom. It's going to be hard to squeeze through if you want to, but you can. and it has degraded to a D6, which means it's more likely to start opening up. All right, there are no morale dice in the pool still. So,
Jesus Christ.
everyone, currently, US General W.T. Hooker is on the ground with Sapphire, and is about to essentially kick Sapphire's face in.
Okay, can I run up behind him, just stand over him, let a bit of blood from my bleeding nose drip on the back of his neck, let him realise I'm here, slowly put my hand on the back of his neck and say, General, do you know what I can do? Just let me go.
Oh, you're a fucking xenomorph. Yeah, okay.
I mean, you know the answer to that, Nick.
Yeah, roll charisma, I guess. Jesus.
11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking a full-on success. Very good. All right, he lets go of Sapphire. He doesn't do the punch. He turns around and he looks at you and he goes, "Now come on, let's all go back. You get back in your cell. I'll let the rest of you all get back to your cells. Relax. We'll talk about this and we'll go back to doing some good old-fashioned science. What do you say?"
You know,
I'd say Poe is right. Diplomacy doesn't work.
Poe is going to then take that, walk over, point to the Desert Eagle point blank, and pull the trigger. Before he does, he walks towards, he says, "And it grew both day and night till it bore an apple bright, and my foe beheld it shine, and knew that it was mine."
Okay, please roll disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Love it.
Because your head is incapacitated and saying any of that, you're probably like really stumbling on your words.
Yeah. Get this to work. There we go.
As a
Right,
consequence,
that's
you'll
my-
be disarmed if you get a consequence.
Yeah. Oh, it probably did here. I got I'm rolling dex, I presume. That's a 4 and a 5 and a 1, which is a 10. That's a consequence, isn't it?
That is a 4 and a 1. That's a 5.
Yep.
Because when you're doing disadvantage, it's you just take the
The
two
two
lowest.
lowest. Yeah, 4 and a 5.
Oh, sorry. I thought
Sorry,
you
the one-
rolled
the
a
one
4,
with me
5, and a
dex.
1.
No, I rolled a 4, 5, and a 5.
Of course. Okay.
Apologies.
Yes. Fair enough.
Yeah,
10 is
yeah.
a success. No consequence. Roll your damage. Shot
Yes.
point blank.
Jeez.
Oh, is that so? It's a D8, a Delta 8. It's now Delta 6, so it's
Roll
a
the
D6
delta-
damage this
roll
time.
the D6. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, that's a 5. Yeah, pretty good.
That's a 5. Okay.
Point blank to his head.
Point blank to his head. One of his dice enters the morale pool.
Hey, finally.
One of his 3d10s enters the morale pool. Very good. Very good. Yeah, he takes a shot and it grazes him as he moves his head quickly, but he's very phased by that because he saw his life flashed before his eyes for a second there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you another roll on how the door's done.
Hey.
Oh my god,
does
another 2.
Paul have
It
to do
degrades
that?
to a 4.
Oh, you
It's
do
now,
it. Yes.
it's now 3 feet of gap. You can sort of crouch under it if you want. Okay, who's up next?
I'm gonna finally grab that sword.
Okay, yeah, you rush in and grab the sword. So you've now got a D10 cavalry sword. Obviously, bear in mind your martial prowess die
Right,
will
of course.
probably be less than that. But yeah, it's cool. It's very shiny.
And he won't use it while I have it.
No, he won't.
For now.
Okay, anyone else?
I don't think I've done anything yet.
Go for it, Spider.
Yeah. I imagine I would have dropped the cigar at some point after, having my leg being suddenly made a little bloodier.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked that up, I put it back into my mouth, another big drag, crouch down next to the general, blow it into his face, and say, "You're not doing so hot. Just give it up. Give it up. Just tell your superiors that you'll have to make it up to them, yeah? Or we're gonna fuck you up."
I like this.
Just saying.
Are you rolling charisma? Please roll with disadvantage because you crouch down and you have an injured leg.
Lamau, yes.
So you went down, you went, you're not doing so well.
I would have been here, so I wouldn't, wouldn't make too much noise.
I don't know, you might have. This thing has only been treated with moonshine.
Total of 7. Yeah, here's like it's like a
7.
bitch, but I'm not scared of pain.
7 is a success with a consequence. He is going to back away. And he says, all right, I tried talking. I'm going to back away. And you are all able to get under the door that's opening now faster and make a break for it.
Can I take a moment to film him letting us go, or I've already taken my action?
You've already taken your action, but
Okay.
good instinct.
Sapphire hasn't.
Sapphire,
Sapphire
if you want to live stream this or video it or whatever.
What I am going
Take a
to
photo.
do is get up, and I'm gonna start bolting for the door. But as he's our lovely general is stepping away from everybody, right? I'm gonna chuck a grenade at him
Okay.
as I bolt for the door.
Yeah. Very
It's just a
good.
going away present.
Give me, I'm assuming Dex?
I think that would be Dex, yeah.
Sounds good to me. All right. Very good.
That is a 10.
10. Success, no consequences. Roll the damage on your grenade.
So Delta for it, so it would be a D4, yeah?
Yeah. And if it's a 1 or 2, you run out of grenades.
Oh, thank fuck, I rolled 4.
4 points.
Hey.
Okay. Very nice. Putting a second die into the morale pool there.
Yeah, because having like some fucking like 20-year-old girl throw a goddamn grenade at your face and at work is pretty demoralizing.
Yeah, absolutely. So you all dipping out under the door and going away?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's have the consequence then from Spider's action, which I've not forgotten about. You dip under the door and you go out, and the final spell is going to be cast. General WT Hooker pulls out a massive like radio phone, and he's going to call in an artillery strike. Boom. Remember, his domain is the military-industrial complex. So you are all running out into the outside. So first of all, woodlands. This is strange. UPLIFT Festival was in a desert. You run out. You're in woodlands. It's like conifers and like evergreen. It's relatively cold.
Trees.
It's not too bad. It's this fresh air, relatively cold compared to the desert, certainly. And yeah, you all sprint out in there. After like 20 to 30 seconds of running, you hear this distant low boom sound. And then and a tree explodes next to you. And you know that there are going to be a few more shells just like that coming. What do you do?
Is this a new round?
Yes, it's a new. Well, you don't have to worry about rounds so much. You're now more in narrative stuff.
All right, well, can we take out Polo take out his phone and look for somewhere that might be a shelter on the GPS, like a cave or an overhang or anything?
Yeah, absolutely. What are you going to do?
Exactly what I just said. Take the phone out, look in the GPS, and see if there's somewhere that might offer a
No, I meant
brief
what
shelter.
attribute are you rolling?
Oh, sorry. I have a constitution because I'm trying to save my ass.
Okay, it'll have limited. Well, no, because you're using the GPS. Sure, but you're going to roll battery at disadvantage because you're activating the GPS, which we all know uses battery more than most other things.
Battery's a D8. Okay.
But I won't give you disadvantage on using a constitution to try and find this.
So what am I rolling first? My constitution, right?
We'll do constitution first, and then we'll do the battery.
Oh, it's awful. I failed. That's a 5. No, it's a 6. Still a fail.
Ooh, that is a 6, still a fail. So you start running around, but you really can't get a signal for a second there because it's the first time you're booting up the phone. And you can't really get a signal, and you're running around, you're trying to, but no luck. What did you get on your battery rolls?
I got a 1, so that goes down to a D6.
That's now a D6 battery. Okay. So yeah, it's roaming and it's trying to find nearby towers, and that takes even more battery, if anything. As a failure, you start going the wrong direction and you're heading straight towards the center of the artillery strike.
I mean, I've died once.
Yeah. So Poe has led you all to the center of the artillery strike. What are you all doing, other than presumably complaining about Poe's navigational abilities?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm bitching something.
I just can't get signal.
Wow, I haven't used this thing in years.
This phone has been hexed.
Oh my god, Poe, no, it has not been hexed. It's just trying to find a goddamn signal.
I mean, none of you
Can
put those
I-
SIM cards in, I will say that. Like-
No.
I put it in. That's the very soon as he got it, he put it straight in.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I mean,
Oh, damn it.
ultimately the roll still happened and would have been
that
impossible
roll
if you
still
hadn't put it in.
happened. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
making a joke in reference to that. You all had time to put it in, it's fine. But
Yeah.
what's happening?
Can I try filming the artillery strikes that are coming in?
Absolutely, you
amazing.
can
It
film
looks
the
so
artillery strikes. Roll battery, that's great. Are you live streaming or filming?
You know, let's live stream this.
We're live streaming it. Okay, so
We need
roll
some
battery
Blair
with
Witch fan footage,
disadvantage, please.
Yeah. This is Autumn's first time out since outside in years.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So you're live streaming roll battery at disadvantage.
Typical teenagers.
That is a 3.
Okay, so you're all good. Your battery's fine. Now please roll plus charisma to post it online. It all happens as part of the action for live stream. With advantage, because you're live streaming.
Advantage, yeah.
Okay, that is an 11.
That's an 11. You get to choose 3 of these options. 1, increase your hashtag brand by 1. 2, the government can't figure out your current location. 3, the government can't make you look like the bad guys in the news. 4, you gain a notable follower of your choosing. 5, you get a like from your crush or someone who you think is kind of cool if you don't have crushes.
Okay, let's see. So I think I'll take Brand, escaping
Yeah.
from a government facility. She's
Yeah.
in there. The government can't figure out my location and they can't make me look like the bad guy.
Okay, so you get rid of both the negative consequences and you take your brand increasing by 1. You start live streaming an airstrike in the woods in the United States of America, and you can see immediately like chat is filling up. It's mostly racist frog emojis at the moment, but hopefully a higher class of people will come along soon. But your brand isn't very high. So you're live with it right now. One of them is going to strike really near you actually now because you haven't really done anything to hide at this point. You're just filming it.
I
I'm
would
okay with
like
this.
I would like to pay attention to like where I can hear the sound coming from, and if I can see it, even better, and drag everyone away from it, or specifically drag Autumn, who's currently got the phone pointing up towards it.
You're like, come on, dumbass. Okay, yeah, sure. Roll. What are you thinking? Wisdom or
I was thinking
something else?
intelligence.
intelligence? Sure. Yeah. So you're sort of like triangulating where they're coming in. That's fine. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Double 1.
Oh,
A total of 2.
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's a fail with consequences. You are also now going to take the damage from the strike.
Hey!
And I'm going to roll it now because, failure with consequences, you failed to interrupt it. Okay, you both take 6 damage.
oof.
Oh, I'm down.
Same. I hit 0 again.
Okay, both of you have hit 0. I'm going to need some 2d6s, please. Let's start with Autumn.
Okay, that is
Don't roll a 2 and a 2.
and a 1.
Did you say 5 and a 1?
Yep, 5 and a 1.
Wounded head, so some shrapnel
Incapacitated.
goes straight into your head. You're bleeding and require medical attention. You roll disadvantage on checks using that location until you recover any amount of HP through sleep. If your wound is not addressed within a day, it will become maimed. So that's your one. Spider, what about you?
5 and 3.
5 and 3. Okay. So that's okay. The 5 means wounded again. So bleeding, require medical attention, exactly the same as with Autumn. 3 is your right arm. So your right leg and your right arm. Like one half of you is having a real rough time today. The other half's
you're
fine.
definitely not all right.
No, fuck's sake.
Have you just tried turning 180 degrees?
Even it out.
Yeah.
Take 3 lefts. It's fine.
Bola and Safs, I think you're both still available.
Yes.
And the airstrike has not stopped.
Okay, so Autumn and Spider, are they just floored?
Yeah, they've been knocked to the ground. They are still able to like move around. They're not dead.
Okay.
But they have
It's
been
more
suddenly
like
stunned for a second there. And
Yeah.
And stream's
it's
still
more-
going.
stream's still going. Yeah, this is getting numbers now.
Okay, basically, have I got enough? Are they moving enough that I can basically just kind of grab both by the scruff of their coats,
Yeah.
shirts, and drag them off at least what I'm guessing is a safe direction? I haven't thought about this aside from just away from this point
Sure.
that is currently being fired on.
Yeah, totally, absolutely. What attribute are you thinking for this one?
Either it's going to be wisdom for I have worked out where to go, or it's going to be constitution for drag.
Your choice.
Drag / survival. I think I'm going to go I mean, it doesn't matter. It's a 1 either way.
Okay. Let's go con,
I'm going to go
then.
yeah, constitution, because most of it's dragging. Less thought about where go aside from not here.
Yeah. This is the worst headache you've ever had, by the way.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Not helped by
flashbang has
the...
gone off. Now there's artillery strikes. This is the
I've
worst possible.
thrown grenades, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, 7 + 1, so that's 8.
Success with consequence. So you grab both of them and you get out of the danger zone there. A tree splinters and starts falling towards you. Bola, what are you doing?
Can I try to push them out of the way of the tree? Like,
Yeah.
kind of give them an extra push,
You can give them
possibly
an extra
endangering
push,
myself in the
like,
process?
whoa, get out of there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is probably strength.
Mm-hmm.
That's a failure. 4 to 1 plus 1 is 6.
Heck.
6 is a failure with consequence, I'm afraid. So yeah, that tree is coming down, and it is going to now potentially also damage you, Bola.
Yeah.
So let's roll damage. This is going to be for Safs and Bola. 1 point of damage. So it just clips you.
It just gets caught in my fur coat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it just gets caught in the coat.
Just caught in the coat. You're fine. It sort of gets the tail of the fur coat and sort of shreds it a little bit, but ultimately, yeah, you're fine. And yeah, you're sort of making it out unscathed, and the airstrike clears, and the dust starts to clear around you, and you're in a part of the forest that none of you know, and you are, for now, all on your own. But the army is going to be chasing you, and you're going to have to get out of there. And that is where we're going to end for tonight
Fair.
for UPLIFT. It went places pretty fucking quick, didn't it?
It really did.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, that was great. Well done, everyone. I put a really feisty enemy up against
Oh,
you. to
yeah.
start
That
with.
was spicy.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
spicy.
Mm.
We'll have episode 2 of Uplift very, very soon. We'll put that up and let you all know. And in the meantime, thank you all for watching. We're going to say goodnight. Or else.
Or else.
Or else
Right.
what?
Good night. Oh, yes.
I was half expecting you all to
Ennui.
just go else.
Ennui, do you want?
What do you mean, Nick? We always cooperate with exactly your intentions and never what you said.
We are cursed. We are a monkey's paw of a paleobite.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to the outro screen now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, everyone. Thank you all for watching. That was fantastic. I really loved that. So if you're interested in playing that game, it's High Magic Lowlives. If you bought a load of itch.io bundles, you may already own this game. It's available on itch.io from Gem Room Games. It's really, really good fun. We've tweaked it a lot. The default one is just as chaotic. So a huge thank you to everyone who's watching along. I think this is great. I really can't wait for the next one. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. This is a longer outro than normal, so you get a full song. So do enjoy that. You know, chill out, chill times. I'm gonna turn it just down a little bit. Just there we go, so I can talk over it for a little bit. Huge thank you to everyone who supports what I do, everything I do, especially after this week. Thank you to the anonymous gifter for gifting 5 subs. That was really, really kind of you. And a huge thank you to these people coming up on the left. If you want to get your name here, you can go to ko-fi.com/HisCursedness and support at any of the tiers there. So a huge thank you to Icky Fu, Super Talia DX, Willow, ALWyvern, Ben Newman, Bringing the Revolution, Catbat, NeoGets, Born Typing, Craig Perko, Crimson Hail, Enfys Pranc, Summer Bee, and Terran Jokes. You're all fantastic people. Thank you everyone watching and chatting along as we went through all this chaos. It's been absolutely amazing. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the outro.